Johnstown and Smithtown are two cities that are 45 miles apart. Joanne lives in Johnstown and Sid lives in Smithtown. Joanne bikes towards Smithtown at 18 miles per hour, leaving at the same time Sid bikes towards Johnstown at 12 miles per hour. How many miles from Johnstown will they be when they meet? So if we were to represent this with some lines or on a line, so this would look something like this, that this is a straight line, so assume the distance is in one line, so only one straight road, and on my left I'll put in Johnstown and to the right is Smithtown. And suppose they meet at this place, which is A, not X, A. So from Johnstown to A is X miles, and from A to Smithtown would be 45 minus X miles. Also, suppose that the time it takes for them to meet is T. Like after time T they meet, if we say. So we can write that down, otherwise it would be a bit confusing. So we can write that suppose they meet after time T hours. Okay, because they have said 12 miles per hour. So let's also keep it at hour. So X is the distance between X is the distance. Okay, just to bear in mind that X is the distance from Johnstown to A. So therefore, from A to Smithtown would be 45 minus X, right? So then, suppose they meet at time T. So now let's do the cycling speed and see what happens. So Joanne travels. So if we look at Joanne, then she would do 18 miles per hour. So in 1 hour she does 18 miles. So therefore we have to, after time T they meet, so in T hours Joanne would do 18 T miles. Speed multiplied, distance would be speed multiplied by time. So speed is distance multiplied by time. So if we have only distance, that would be speed multiplied by time. So therefore in T hours Joanne would have traveled 80 miles. On the other hand, if you take Sid, what about him? So for him in 1 hour it is 12 miles, and therefore in T hours it would be 12 T miles. Now if you add up the miles of Joanne and Sid, it should add up to 45. So these two add up to, it's 45, isn't it? 45 miles. They would add up to 45 miles. So therefore we can write that, therefore, I write it well, should write it properly, sorry about that. So we can say add up to 45 miles, because that's in T hours Joanne travels and in T hours Sid travels. Okay, 12 T mile. So we can say 18 T plus 12 T is 45. So then we get 18 and 12 is 30, t is 45. So t will be 45 out of 30, not 20. 45 out of 30, that is 15 times 2 is 30, 15 times 3 is 45. So they meet. So t equals 3 out of 2 hours. So that is when they meet. So because we have been asked to find the distance from Johnstown, how many miles away from Johnstown will they be? So this is the only distance that we are interested in. So we won't work out how much Sid has traveled, we only work out how much Joanne has traveled during that time. So Joanne travels in 1 hour. She would go 18 miles. Now if it were 3 out of 2 hours, she would go 18 multiplied by 3 out of 2. That is equal to 2 times 9 is 18, 27 miles. So Joanne would have traveled 27 miles. How many miles will from Johnstown will they be when they meet? So from Johnstown, if you are working out, then x is 27 miles. So the question mark is not needed. So then x would be 27 miles because they're going from Johnstown. So that's why we only do this, right? So 27 miles is the answer. So calculate 27 miles.